Well, we are super stoked to have Jed and the Valentine joining us at the Calgary Folk Club on September the 11th. There's no Jed, there's no Valentine. Jonah and Maria, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much for having us.
Yeah, I first saw you at the Canmore Folk Festival. I think it was probably like kind of your debut summer 2 years ago now, and just went, wow, love what it is that you do, this quiet sensibility that I think somebody, or I noticed, balancing power and sensitivity. I'm like, exactly, what a perfect phrase for what it is that you do. It's kind of quiet and sensitive, but then it sneaks up on you and grabs you by the heart. So,
Oh, thank you so much. That's high praise, and I feel like it's so funny that other people have written better bios for us than than we've been able to do for ourselves because I really like that phrasing.
yeah, well, thank you. And it's true. Like you really, your first album, Awake, that's what you did to audiences. It was kind of like, oh, hello. And you burst onto the scene, and then in like a line out like a lamb, which I just pulled out of the car so that I could bring it forward for today. It's been
Awesome.
it's been in the car. Now we do have like a rotational six in the car, but it has stayed in there. um,
Wow.
yeah, because it's just this like beautiful background landscape kind of stuff, but it's not just background landscape stuff. There's a lot of really deep, meaty lyrics. So who mostly does the writing, or is it collaborative?
I
I
would
would
say
say it's
it's
pretty collaborative. Sorry, were you
yeah,
gonna say the same thing, Jonah?
yeah. I apologize for the latency if we're interrupting each other at all, but I think it's pretty back and forth. I think typically, one of us will come forward with the majority of a song, or at least an idea, maybe a verse and a chorus, and come to the other person and say, "Hey, what do you think of this? A, is this worth my time to keep working on? Is there like, do you see the vision?
hmm
And B, can you help me finish it?" And so either that, or even, just sitting down and trying to come up with something together in the moment, is our
hmm
usual approach. I think that album was pretty 50-50 though, if I'm not mistaken,
I
as is
agree.
like quite a
Yeah.
lot of our projects.
Well, and were you each writing individually before you started writing together, or has this been a awakening together, if you will?
For me, it was definitely something that I kind of came into after we started this duo. I didn't think that I was going to be in the folk music world at all until Jonah and I started making music together. So I think it's all quite new for me to even be going on stage and singing our own music in the first place is something that I would never have thought myself to do. Um, so it's new for me, but Jonah's had much more experience with writing his own music.
Well, what I will say is that I would write pop songs for my old band, but I had a few years' experience, and it was quite remarkable how quickly and effortlessly Maria got into songwriting. And like every single song that she writes is unanimously better than anything that I've ever written, and it's so effortless for
No.
her. It's remarkable, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so natural to you. And she's kind of like yeah, it just kind of comes to me, it flows through me, and I'm more of the like, I gotta work it out and like kind of, you know, Frankenstein ideas together into one
Yeah.
song. So it's cool to have that contrast between our writing styles.
Yeah, and it comes through because there is that power of the rock sensibility, but this
hmm
like very calm, soft surrounding of it that is just so precious. And so,
hmm
you think that it's all very gentle, and then you go, oh, that line just like came right out and grabbed me. And so it's one of the things that I
Cool.
think you're going to love the club, and the club is going to love you because, of course, we're known as a listening room, and
hmm
people hang on the lyrics, and your lyrics are very hangable, in a good way. So you've been out and about doing some festivals. And I'm super excited. Before we came on, I hear that not only is there the 2024 Awake, which came on the CKUA Top 100 for the year of 2024, and Like a Lion, Out Like a Lamb in 2025, which hit the top 30 on CKUA for a couple of weeks. Not sure about, I didn't see if it came the annual one or not, but now there's going to be one that's 2026, so one a year. Gosh, you guys are busy. Scavenger's Instinct. I am like curious already. Talk to me a bit about it.
Yeah, Scavenger's Instinct is our next album, and it does really feel like a whirlwind of like back-to-back years of music. But I feel like for us, it feels like it's been ages since we last released. So this album is definitely, I would say it's all about just, I'm trying to find my words for it, but this kind of idea of being scrappy and like dealing with the cards you're dealt, you know, and making do with what you've got and finding the beauty in it all. And I think especially Jonah and I are both in our mid-20s, and this kind of feels like our arc of becoming adults, you know, our frontal lobes are developing and we have bills to pay now. And so this album is kind of chronicling the highs and lows of it all, I guess. Like it's a really beautiful thing, and it's also really scary, and a lot of new adventures that are both wonderful and really intimidating at the same time. And we're kind of scavenging our way through it all. So that's
beautiful.
this kind of thread through the album.
Well, when I heard the title, I instantly got goosebumps because it really speaks to me about how the two of you are both really old souls with this really fresh, youthful perspective, and thrilled to have you coming to the Calgary Folk Club. September the 11th, opening for Steve Poltz. It's going to be something completely different because Steve is just off the wall, bizarre, fun. Not that you guys aren't fun, but it's a very nice. I'm looking forward to the evening. I think it'll be super fun. Of course, people who are in the Calgary area can grab tickets. I see that you've got the link on your website, Jed and the Valentine. But they could also go to calgaryfolkclub.com. And do not despair if you're not in the Calgary area. We do a 3-camera live stream, which is awesome, with fabulous sound, and it's all synced perfectly. It's a really nice product, and people can stay at home and have their bottle of wine or whatever beverage of their choice, and make their own popcorn if they want, and enjoy for the whole weekend. So your fans that are not in the Calgary area, they can still join us.
So
cool.
We're so excited.
Yeah, so I would say that you're now, Canada's sweetheart folk duo. And for those people who are wondering, yes, they are also in relationship other than musically. So, don't be getting any sights on either of them because they're already very committed, and we wanted to keep them that way because we love the music that's coming. All right. No pressure here, but take good care, and we'll see you on September the 11th. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks so much.
Thanks
We'll
for
see
the
you
chat.
soon.
Looking forward to it.